So let's dig into our questions for this week, Zach. The first comes from Nick, and Nick is a director of engineering. And here's what Nick asks us. It seems like everybody talks about the importance of having a good morning routine, but there are some coaches out there that say that morning routines don't matter at all. Zach, what do you believe about morning routines, and what are the most important aspects of a morning routine? And do you personally have one that you're willing to share?
Wow. So there's, first of all, I'll just say my personal opinion is that the people out there who are raging against morning routines, I think they're just looking for a controversial point of view to attract you in their marketing. And of course, there's always going to be an exception to the rule, but I don't see any substantial amount of evidence that suggests that just starting your day willy-nilly with no intention and no structure and no actual focus is the best way to start the day on the whole for the majority of the population. So I am an absolute believer in the morning routine. I'm sure people who say otherwise have their reasons or their points, and there may be some truth buried in there. I just see it as an X factor that can create really positive outcomes. So let me unpack why I believe that. A couple of principles. When you sleep, there's a lot of resetting that happens overnight, both in your body, in terms of healing and allowing the cells to recover. Good sleep is important for the physical systems of your body, but also mentally, spiritually, emotionally. We wake up in a bit of a reset. And for me, I like to think of that reset as waking up in the middle of my comfort zone. When I roll out of bed, not only are those sheets and that warm bed so comfortable and cozy, and you just don't even really want to get out and face the world sometimes, but the way that I'm thinking, the automatic subconscious part of me is in charge when I roll out of bed. And if we don't become conscious, if we don't use that 5% of our mind, the conscious mind, to create some intention and focus, then you're going to be driven all day long on autopilot. And so the first thing for me that's important is to recognize if I want to get out of my comfort zone and do the things that will accelerate the results that I want in life, I need to set some intentions and get conscious in the morning. Get really clear on what I want to focus on. Otherwise, again, autopilot wins every single time. The habits and decisions of the subconscious mind are really difficult to resist if you just wake up and start rolling. Related to this reset concept is the fact that your energy, you could even say your emotions, where emotion is energy in motion, right? Emotion. Those also come back to more or less neutral. Now, everybody has kind of an emotional home. Some people are biased a bit negative. You might know some of those people. Some people are biased more positive, right? They're always a bit happier. But generally speaking, you come back to a more neutral place when you wake up in the morning. And what's true about energy and emotion is that it's difficult for the mind and the nervous system to have these jolts or big shifts in an energetic state or emotional state. So if you're really, really negative, let's just pick an emotion like anger, frustration, you're really pissed off. If you're in that place, it's difficult moment to moment to just jump from really, really angry to really happy and full of joy and gratitude and loving life. To go from a moment to the next moment and make that switch is really tough. And so for me, the opposite is also true. If I'm in a great place, I'm in a place of positive energy, positive emotion, gratitude, happiness, joy, I'm in a positive place. It takes a lot more for somebody to bump me down to feeling sad, depressed, angry, frustrated. It can happen, but it's pretty tough for the body and the mind to make those kind of big jolts. So I look at the morning routine as my opportunity to prime my energy, my emotions, my trajectory of the day into that positive place where I get my best results. I do my best thinking and go there so that all those unpredictable things that are going to happen every day, which let's face it, we can come into the day with the best plans possible and stuff always goes some other way than our perfect plan. So if I'm primed in a positive way, it sets me up for success, that if something wants to derail me, it's going to have to work a lot harder to get me off of that positive energy. It may bump me back to neutral, but I have a chance to still recover that and stay in a positive place. Versus if I start the day negative or even start at neutral and the first thing I encounter at work is negative, boom, suddenly I'm in a negative place all day long. So those are the principles for me about why the morning routine is so important. I think it's truly like that first 30 to 90 minutes of the day is unique in setting you up for success in creating focus and in creating a positive energy and emotion to carry you through your best day. That's the starting point, why I believe in it. Now, here's the problem.